on a handy talkie, or sometimes I put something on my tablet there and just watch that while I'm on the treadmill. But I prefer to get out and walk outside and enjoy the weather. Keep moving.
Yeah, fine business. I know on days like today with the Super Bowl, everything's gonna be all crowded. I know I'm not gonna try to go grocery shop. I'm not gonna try to do any of that. Everything seems shut down for the Super Bowl, or it's really crowded. So I thought, instead of, I'll probably end up sitting around all evening anyway. So might as well get out now while I can and enjoy this nicer weather. I guess yesterday I went out towards State College. I walked around Black Shannon, and I was on top of the lake. It was frozen, probably a good 6 to 10 inches deep of ice, solid ice there at Black Shannon, and the air temperature was in the 40s, and that never felt so good. Well, actually, at that elevation, close to 2,000 feet, we were, our air temperature is in the upper 30s, if I remember right in the car. But anything after a high temperature last Wednesday, what was it, like 5 degrees maybe? So anything near freezing feels good these days. So I think right now it's in the lower 40s. So I'm out here in a long sleeve and a light quarter zip, just enough to stay warm while I'm not moving, and I'm walking slow, because if I walk my normal pace, I'll get too warm. So I trying to keep the pace a little bit slower, just so I don't heat up, because I got a good mile-and-a-half walk back to the car to get back there. So N3 GTH Mobile, 20 miles, 25 miles north of me in Scranton. This is W3 MSB Portable here near Wilkes-Barre. Go ahead.
Okay, MSV, I think, Victor, or P. I didn't understand that too well. Well, anyway, I am destinated here. I have to make a stop here. So nice talking with you there, and we'll catch you again. And there is life on 5.2 simplex. You'd be surprised. And 3 GTH. Enjoy.
All right, N3 GTH, you're close. This is Whiskey 3 Mike Sierra Bravo, ending with Bravo. Whiskey 3 Mike Sierra Bravo. So thanks for coming back to the call, and I'll see if I can make a few other contacts here before I start heading back to the car. Thanks for getting back. Have a safe rest of the day. W3 MSB, I'll be listening on 5.2 for more contacts. I am currently hiking portable atop State Gamelands 292 in northeastern, I guess, eastern Luzerne County.
See you later there, Nikki. K3JH. Let me turn that scanner off. Mike, good afternoon. Name is Jim, located in Dixon City. And call is Kilo Echo 3 Juliet Hotel. I usually hang out here on 5.2. Again, the name is Jim. And I guess you're hiking out there. I finished my half-hour walk about 20 minutes ago. So I'm just resting up now.
Okay, real good, Jim. Thanks for coming back to the call. Like you said, name here is Mike, and the call sign is W3MSB. I'm here on the State Gamelands 292, which I should have done some better mapping, but it's probably about 4 or 5 miles east of Wilkes-Barre, up over, I think they call it Wilkes-Barre Mountain, that first mountain there that makes the Wyoming Valley. And I'm at the power line clearing, and straight out ahead of me, I can see north into the Wyoming Valley. I can't quite see Wilkes-Barre because that's hidden behind the mountain. But if I look, to my northeast here, I have a clear view through the valley, up the Wyoming Valley, and the haze is strong today. I can't quite see Scranton, because by the time it gets past, I don't know, Pittston maybe. Yeah, Pittston's about as far as I can see, I'd say. I guess the haze is very strong with the warmer temperatures. I think the call sign was at N3JH, Juliet Hotel.
Yeah, you're in the neighborhood. Yeah, you were talking with Nick there. He's a buddy of mine. He's on here too. He's from Fleetville. Now I guess he's up here 9 in here shopping. My call, Kilo Echo 3 Juliet Hotel, KE3JH. But yeah, you got a nice day for a walk. Boy, I'll tell you. It was breezy. I mean, as long as that wind wasn't blowing, I was okay. I had a light jacket on and just a leather gloves and a baseball hat on. I was fine. I had the jacket zipped open even. Took my little FM radio, listened to a little music there, and walked the neighborhood. Usually I walk the Viewmont Mall down there and during the week. But sometimes I walk the neighborhood or the treadmill if it's lousy weather out there. wondering what HT you're working off of. Oh, your signal, well, this Jesu here gives me 9 bars, and you're giving me 7 bars here, so not a bad signal.
Fine business, fine business. Yes, this is a Motorola commercial radio, a XTS 5000. It was the public safety standard flagship radio from the early 2000s up until about 2010 when it got replaced with the APX series radios. So it's I believe a 5 watt. I never measured it. Probably close to 5 watts. And the antenna it's considered a wideband antenna where it's able to operate from like 136 up to I want to say like 170 megahertz. So it's a wideband antenna, maybe about 8 inches long. It's one of the bigger ones you can get for the radio. And like I said, I think about 5 watts. I think about 5 watts here on high power. I assume you said you're in a base station. I'm curious what your antenna situation is. How big of a setup you have? Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, the Motorola, great radio. Another guy that hangs here, N3ATA, Jimmy. He's a big fan of the Motorola's. That's what he likes. He likes those commercial rigs. He converts them over there. Let's see. The antenna here is a tram. It's about 8.5 feet long. It's on the roof. I'm on a ranch, and I'm up against the mountain here. The mountain's west of me. Nice, interesting story on this antenna. I looked up HRO and Gigaparts, and they were selling it for, I think it was $89. And just by accident, I found it, of all places, Home Depot. And they were selling it for, I think it was $45 or $40. It was $45. So, same antenna. And they even delivered, free delivery. So I called up and ordered one. I figured, yeah, why not? I had a 5-element beam here, and my rotor crapped out on me. So I sold the beam, and I sold the rotor. The box crapped out on me. And I just put up this one here. I had it for a while hanging around the basement. So I just put it up last week, and it seems to be doing a better job than the beam did when it was in the attic. So on top of the roof is the way to go. But yeah, $40 antenna. Can't beat it. It's fiberglass, got radials on it. It actually looks like a diamond, same construction as a diamond. I've had a few of them. But that's what we're working on, and I'm using 30 watts right now.
Okay, fine business. I didn't even know at Home Depot you could still get, TV antennas, let alone ham radio antennas. But cable TV is starting to phase out. Antenna TV is making a little bit of a comeback. People they watch most of their TV online, and they want to get their local channels, so they just string up a little antenna. So I know Home Depot does sell these indoor antennas, but very rarely do I see any more outdoor antennas at the Home Depot or Lowe's or any hardware store for that matter. If you see a house with the directional Yagi TV antenna, it's been out there for 20, 30 years probably. You can bet that. But my TV at home, I just have a paper clip coming out of the back. I have a 4K TV hung on the wall, and I have a paper clip coming out of the back, and I have a little bit of tinfoil attached to that. It's all behind the TV, so you don't see it at all. And with that, I can pick up all the local stations. I mean, I can practically see those tower sites here in Wilkes-Barre straight out my back door. So I have no problems with that getting the digital, because with digital it's either there or it's not. So I don't got to worry about static. Now I'm sure if it was analog, I don't know how clean those signals would be, but for digital it's above the threshold, so I don't really get any kind of interference or pixelating or any kind of that jarring video. So it works for me. If I had a problem, I would probably put up an antenna outside and wire the entire house. It's already got coax through the house, so I'd probably just put an amplifier on that and do it like that, so I can just plug the TV into the wall like that, and not have to worry about the antennas around the TV. So, well, I think I'm gonna head back up this big hill behind me. It looks like I have a good 500 feet vertical to go still until I reach the highest point. Then I'm gonna make a loop back to the car. before it gets too dark. I know the days are getting longer, but still, unfortunately, dark before 6 o'clock. So I'm going to see if I can find that path up top of the hill and make a loop back to the car instead of doing the same path back. That'd be a little bit boring. So thanks for coming back to me. Thank you very much, Jim. And it's amazing. 5.2 is still active if you're able to reach far enough. For a very, very local area, it might not be active, or they might be on another frequency. But if you're on top of a mountain like this, I've always had luck, reaching somebody on 5.2. So good to hear that it's monitored up in the Scranton area. I'm going to do some measurements when I get home just to see how far away everybody is. I wrote down your call signs, so I'll see how far this contact really is and look at the topography between me and you just to see what's going on. So thank you very much for coming back to the call. I'm going to walk on back, make a loop back to the car, and I'll be listening here until I reach the woods, and then I'll go back to fire and EMS on this VHF radio. So thank you so much. Have yourself a great day and enjoy the Super Bowl if you happen to be watching it. This is W3MSB. I'll be clear with you, and I'll be monitoring for the next few minutes.
All right, Mike. Yeah, enjoyed it. You carry on a conversation good. Don't have to worry about one-word syllables. Oh, boy, I've come across those hams. You ask them a question for 10 minutes, and they come back with, yep. And then it's like back to you again. All right. Let's see. The antennas. Yeah, I was just watching that on YouTube about the paperclip. It actually works, does it? Okay. Anyways, I've been getting into the antenna part of it. We have Dish, and I really don't like it. I don't like the payments on it. So I do have a Yagi. I got it in the attic right now. And with the Yagi, I'm picking up 27 channels. And I looked it up on the internet, and there's something over 30 channels that I should be able to get. So there should be over 30 channels in this area. So I'm debating. I might put it on the roof. If I put it on the roof, I'm sure I'll get the rest of the channels. So that might be my next step. The antenna, I'm leaving the antenna as it is right now. I think it's doing a good job. I got a great SWR on it. And this radio will do 80 watts. Right now, like I said, I think I'm doing 30. Yeah, it's 30 watts here. Got a diamond meter here in line. And this radio is very, very accurate. I'm very pleased about that. And the SWR is flat on it. It's beautiful. But, yeah, I got to see what I can do with that TV antenna. Mostly I watch my Roku or stuff on the internet. One TV does all the internet stuff. So I was just watching, before I heard you guys coming in here, I was watching the Roku movie. But okay, Mike, I'll log in here and hopefully catch you in here again sometime. W3MSB, KE3JH, clear.
All right, KE3JH, W3MSB. And I realize now why I have trouble with your call sign. I know somebody back in Harrisburg area, I'm pretty sure his call sign is KE2JH or N2JH, maybe N2JEH. Those are his initials, as I'm sure yours are too. Mine is W3MSB for Michael Scott Brulo. So, all right, have yourself a great afternoon. I'm going to go back for a walk. Thanks for coming back to the call. W3MSB, I'll be listening here on 5.2 in Luzerne County.
Okay, that's a funny thing on the call. There was a lady, and her call was KE3JS. JS is my initials. Well, my call is KE3JH. JH were her initials.
Oh, dag.
So I thought about getting in touch with her. She wanted to change, but I said, nah, I'm going to leave it alone. But no, my initials are JS. It's not a vanity call. It's just one that was given to me. All right, Mike, we'll be talking to you. KE3JH.
Fine business. W3MSB, I'll be listening. See, 5.2 is indeed alive in Pennsylvania. You just got to get high enough, have a good enough radio, and people will come back to you. So, good signals here at State Gamelands 292 in Luzerne County, 73s.